first line supervisor.
Hindi naman tuwa.
In a field where a leader's approach matters, many people in positions of authority either cannot build or motivate teams or do not realize the negative impact of their behavior on the people who work for them. Leadership behaviors are a function of intelligence, personality traits, emotional intelligence, values, attitudes, interests, knowledge, and experience. Leaders learn and discern the most appropriate and effective behaviors over a period of time. Individual differences, followers, and situational variables play a pivotal role in a leader's actions. This is studying leadership behaviors.
Yes, you can start on Monday. Ohio State University developed the Leadership Behavior Description Questionnaire or LBDQ. This was created to measure leadership behaviors and assess how leaders interact with their subordinates. There are two independent dimensions of behaviors. The first one is consideration. This dimension evaluates how friendly, supportive, and considerate a leader is toward their subordinates. Second is initiating structure. This dimension evaluates how much a leader emphasizes setting clear goals and focusing on task accomplishment. So, other leadership questionnaires created by Ohio State University. First, Supervisory Behavior Description Questionnaire. This is used to assess supervisory behaviors and leadership styles within an organization. Second, Leadership Opinion Questionnaires. This is designed to gather opinions and perceptions of individuals within an organization about their leadership behavior. Third, LBDQ 12. This is a shorter version or a subset of the original LBDQ questionnaire. So the University of Michigan identified 4 categories of leadership behaviors that contribute to effective group performance. These are leader support, interaction facilitation, goal emphasis, and work facilitation. So, leader support and interaction facilitation are employee-centered dimensions similar to the consideration dimensions, which means that this leadership style prioritizes the well-being of the employees or team members. In contrast, goal emphasis and work facilitation are job-centered dimensions.
Mom, here are the documents you asked for.
Thank you. Similar to the initiating structure behaviors, which means that this leadership behavior places the primary focus on tasks, goals, and work processes. The University of Michigan developed Survey of Organization Questionnaire. It is designed to help researchers and organizations evaluate the extent to which leaders exhibit job-centered and employee-centered behaviors. The findings of both University, Michigan and the Ohio State University suggest that there is no one-size-fits-all set of leader behavior that guarantee leadership success in all situations. This implies that leaders need to be adaptable and capable of adjusting their leadership styles to fit the particular circumstances and needs of their team and organization.
The leadership grid. It is a type of model that enables a leader to evaluate their management styles and improve them as well. This approach uses 2 qualities of behavior to quantify the performance of leaders. The term concern indicates the fundamental beliefs of a leader on how they perceive people at work. These behavioral dimensions are a concern for people and a concern for production. The bottom part of the leadership grid is the concern per production, which is also known as the x-axis. The side part of the grid is the concern per people, which is known as the y-axis. So, how does the leadership grid work? The grid itself is composed of 4 sections, providing various levels of focus on each of the 2 behavior dimensions covered on each side. The leadership styles that the grid consists of are impoverished management. It is on the lower left side of the grid where it covers the lowest point scale. It indicates that the leader has only a little concern for the possible outcomes or for their members. It is an unusual conclusion for a team that lacks determination or has unproductive workflows. Authority compliance. It is on the lower right side of the grid, wherein it indicates the highest point scale for concern for production, but the lowest point scale for concern for people. From the leader's score itself, this style focuses more on the results with the lowest concern for people. Country club management. It is on the top left side of the grid, wherein it covers the highest point scale for concern for people, but has the lowest point scale for concern for production. This leadership styles mostly assures the happiness of its members. In this type of environment, you can find a relaxed workplace. Team management. This approach on this grid is considered as the most effective leadership style. It is placed at the top right side of the framework. It usually focuses equally on both achieving the best possible outcome and ensures the members are happy as well. Lastly, middle of the road management. This leadership style is found at the center of the grid. At this approach, it balances both the production results and the members' happiness.
Uh, 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 Competency models? Okay. Well, basically, competency models describes the behaviors and skills managers must have to exhibit if an organization will be successful or not. It's like just how leaders in different countries may need to exhibit behaviors uniquely appropriate to each setting to be successful. Different businesses and industries within any country often emphasize different leadership behaviors. Well, this actually means that it's not really that unusual to see different organizations having distinct competency models on the nature and size of each business, its business model, its level of organization, and the role of technology or teams in the business. So many of the best organizations have competency models for different levels of management. These models help to clarify expectations of performance for people in different leadership positions and describe the skills necessary for promotion. An example of this competency model is...
Now, this table shows the different skills needed for the competency model, such as analyzing problems and making decisions, thinking strategically, managing execution, driving change, fostering teamwork, and other skills necessary for the competency model.
Now, according to Hogan and Weirenfels, the skills and behavior found in every organizational competency model fall into one of 4 main categories. So the first one is interpersonal skills. These are leadership competencies and behaviors having to do with adapting the stress, goal orientation, and adhering to goals. Now, these skills do not involve interacting with others and are most difficult to change. The second one is interpersonal skills. This involves direct interaction, such as communicating and building relationships with others. These skills are somewhat easier to develop. Now, third one is leadership skills. Now, these skills are behaviors concerned with building teams and getting results through others. Now, these skills are more easily developed than the skills behaviors associated with the first two categories. Now, the last one, it's called business skills. Now, these skills or competencies are concerned with analyzing issues, making decisions, financial savvy, and strategic thinking. Now, these skills and competencies are often the focus of MBA programs and are among the easiest to learn out of the four. Now, what are the importance of Hogan and Warrenfeld's model? This model allows people to see connections between seemingly different organizational competency models. This also makes predictions about the ease or difficulty of changing leadership behaviors and skills. Now, this also points out what behaviors leaders must exhibit to build teams and get results through others.
Alright, let's start. Stages of leadership. 1. Individual contributors. Key responsibilities. Doing your job well using the tools the company provides. Being a good team player. Meeting deadlines and showing up on time. What are the skills needed? Being good at your specific job and using company tools effectively. For number 2, first line supervisors. Key responsibilities. Planning projects, making sure the team knows what to do, helping and guiding team members, keeping an eye on how well things are going, and making sure the team stays on budget. Skills needed: planning, guiding, communicating, and managing team performance to achieve shared goals and support team and individual growth. For number 3, mid-level manager. Key responsibilities: choosing and guiding first-line supervisors, allocating resources, and overseeing team performance, coaching and developing first-line supervisors, balancing management and technical aspects. What are the skills needed? Team management, resource allocation, coaching, and understanding of both management and technical work. 4. For functional leaders, key responsibilities: leading the entire function and collaborating with teams, making decisions for the overall function benefit. Even if they're tough, working with other parts of the organization and aligning with business goals. Skills needed: leadership, communication, decision-making, and aligning the function's goals with the bigger picture of the business. 5. Business unit leader. Competency requirements: build a diverse leadership team, understand finances for effective decision-making, balance long-term goals with immediate business needs, create a 3-year vision for the unit, monitor financial performance, efficient time management, and appreciate all staff functions and organizational culture. Values needed: they must value the employee engagement and the organizational culture. 6. Group manager. Competency requirements: manage a portfolio of businesses effectively, optimize capital allocation for business success, develop and guide business unit leaders, strategize for multiple business units, monitor financial performance across units, and engage with the CEO's team and various stakeholders. Values: value success across all business units and maintains good relationships with stakeholders, both internal and external.
May I add on to that? There's also called CEO or enterprise leader, which is they are responsible for directing and supervising the company's overall operational and strategy. CEOs are also responsible for managing external stakeholders, and they also spend significant time reviewing financial results. And lastly, they also spend significant time planning where to make crucial decisions on the company's behalf.
Thank you for that wonderful insight, Mr. Ross. Now, before we conclude this meeting, I would like you to show a short speech from one of our partners, Ms. Bean Saluten. She will be discussing about community leadership.
Community leaders do not possess any position of power. They have fewer rewards and resources. So what is community leadership? It is a process of building a team of volunteers to accomplish an important project for the community. It represents an alternative conceptualization of leadership behavior. And what are the competencies of a community leader? First is framing. Helping a group or community recognize and define its opportunities and issues in ways that result in effective action. Second, building social capital, developing and maintaining relationships that enable people to work together in a community. And last, mobilization, engaging a critical mass to take action and achieve a specific outcome or set of outcomes. These three are the main components of community leadership. In order to have a strengthened community, framing, building social capital, and mobilization are required to successfully drive community change efforts.
Thank you. So what are the implications? First one is people do not display competencies, work value, and time applications that are appropriate for their positions. Will struggle to develop teams and achieve results through others. Second one is intelligence and certain personalities attributes have been demonstrated to increase the chances of being promoted and effectively transferring to a new leadership positions. So next one is, it is essential that companies provide onboarding programs that help external hires transitions into a new responsibilities. So what is onboarding? Onboarding means is the process of introducing a newly hired employees into an organization. So for the fourth one is people who skip organizational levels are frequently ineffective leaders. So next one is 5. Purchases frequently results in employees being assigned to positions lower in the leadership pipeline. So for the last, many leaders perform at a level that is 1 or 2 levels what is required for their positions, which harms their employees and their organizations they lead.
Hello? Oh, yeah, sure, I can help you with that. Yeah. So the first one is what we call the competency-based 360-degree questionnaires. This helps an organization identify the behaviors of leaders that need to be exhibited to be more effective. So questionnaires are used to reflect this behavior. So this type will generate a feedback report that reflects the consolidated rating results. The next one is the verbal 360-degree technique. This approach is just the same as the first approach. So superiors, peers, and employees are asked to share a target individual strength and areas of improvement. But this one is being held through a phone call or a face-to-face interview. We also have what we call it's leadership versatility approach. So superiors, peers, and employees are being asked for a direct report about the person's leadership behavior, but respondents in this approach have a higher chance to be biased and provide preferred ratings in order to force the person's desired position. Yeah. No problem. Okay. Bye. Hello? May nakalimutan akong sabihin, pero don't worry, just some few reminders. Yeah, so the construction of a questionnaire is highly important. Poorly conceived competency models and ill-designed questionnaire items can lead to spurious feedback results. Feedback processes may be affected by the contagion effect or rater bias. Yeah. Another one is effective feedback is reciprocal, which enables us to serve as a reliable source of one's perspective for one another. Then after receiving feedback, leaders themselves need to establish personal development objectives and commit to a plan of action to advance their skills. That's all. Yeah. Bye. Feedback is used to have direct reports from sources like peers, employees, and supervisors. They are the ones who could provide a reliable source of perception because they have the same job. These perceptions can give an accurate picture of the leader's strengths and development needs. So feedback is an integral part of the talent management system because it can be the basis of the contents of their training, coaching, succession planning, and performance management.
So, all in all, it appears that there is no universal set of leadership behaviors that really guarantee success across many or all situations. When it comes to motivating followers, forming teams, and accomplishing goals via others, principles and characteristics really play a crucial role. Additionally, organizational levels and competence models may assist leaders in identifying the precise sorts of behaviors needed to form teams and influence people in order to perform the job at hand. But with the use of 360-degree feedback, leaders may get insight into what needs to be changed in order to engage followers, fortify teams, or leverage the efforts of others to achieve greater results.